Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back. I hope you're having a wonderful day thus far. As you can tell by the title, today we are going to be focusing on how are you meeting your future spouse. I'm also going to be going over your guys' first impressions of each other briefly at the end. It was requested that I do an entire reading just based on your first impressions. I personally don't think that is something that can justify an entire reading, so that's why we are combining the two. So before I show you the piles today, this is a reminder that tarot is a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice. Please take what resonates. If something does not resonate, you can simply leave it behind. There's nuance to every conversation. Here is a clip of your piles right now.
All right, you guys, these are the three piles. We have group number 1 with the amethyst, group 2 with the skeleton key, and group number 3 with the rainbow fluorite. If you guys need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to do that right now. And if you want to pick more than one, you are welcome to do so.
All right, you have now picked your pile, lovely. So you can check out the description box for 50 timestamps for when your reading will start, and I will just see you in your reading. Hi, group 1. Welcome to your guys' reading. We're going to start off with our zodiac dice. We have Libra, and we also have a Gemini, my little air babies. Hello. We have Pisces and Sag. Hello, Pisces. Hello, Sag. Sun, Moon, Rising. If you guys are new here, the dice are extra. It's dessert. If your sign didn't pop up, that's completely okay. Also, if you guys do want a personal reading, you can check out my description box. That is where you will find the dates of their availability. Sure. I'm going to start off with a new deck, see what we can get. Again, the question is, how is group number 1 going to be meeting their future spouse? At the end, we will cover your first impressions. One more. Okay. Oh, okay. Group number 1. This is really exciting. Maybe. So the first card that showed up for you guys is Winding Road, and it says having a long way to go or taking many detours. This is many loves and complicated. So I will say this. I'm going to say this because ignoring this would be silly, but I'm aware that there are going to be many of you who hear this and don't like it. That's completely okay. A lot of you who pick this pile, you are going to experience more than one marriage, okay? You are going to be married more than once. A lot of you are going to be meeting the person that we're talking about today after your first marriage or after a relationship that was extremely significant. And I mean, you guys were living with this person for multiple years. You guys built a life with this person for multiple years. You guys potentially have children together, okay? If not completely and totally like legally married. So I do think for a lot of you, you are meeting this person at a time in your life where you do feel like you're on this winding road and you thought your road was going in one direction, then it completely veers in another direction and it feels a little disorienting. For those of you who picked this pile as well, I do think your life partner, I don't want to call it your final marriage, but the marriage that we're talking about today is going to take place later on in life, okay? Again, you will be experiencing many loves. You will be experiencing other relationships prior to meeting this person. So please don't take this as like you're going to be alone for the next 15 years, right? Like that's not what this is saying. I also want you guys to be open-minded to the fact that like life is unpredictable, okay? And there are many different scenarios that could leave you in a situation where you find yourself single or starting over. And that doesn't always mean that your first marriage is ending in like a divorce or cheating or this or that. I want you guys to understand that there are many different ways that a relationship could end. And it doesn't always mean that it's a bad thing. And it doesn't always mean that it's something that was even a choice that was made actively, okay? That's all I'm going to say on that. We have embrace change. So through challenges, true connection can flourish. This is journey, growth, and shift. I do believe the reason why this person is not coming into your life sooner, group number 1, is because you guys have a lot of growth to still do. Now, this is not a bad thing. This is not shade towards you. This is actually a really positive thing that you as a person are capable of taking in lessons, taking in new information, and growing and expanding. Not a lot of people or not many people are capable of doing that, especially once they are in their adulthood. So I think this is really special. I think this is really important that you as a person are continuing to evolve and grow. There are challenges on the road to finding this person. Your life is going to look completely different from now until the time that you meet this person. There's going to be many different changes, many different turns and paths that you are taking, right? Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into some tarot. How is group number 1 going to be meeting? I don't want to get too many tarot cards. We do have the World here, you guys, which is again talking about a cycle wrapping up. You are meeting your future spouse. Again, for a lot of you, this is going to be your second future spouse. At a time in your life where, again, chapters have ended, things are coming to a close. You're starting something new. I also do believe that you guys are in a more serious headspace. For some of you, you could be getting married or you could be married really young. And, you know, I support everyone doing what makes them happy and what feels right for them in the moment. You know, you live this life and you should just live it the way you want to live it. But I do believe, based on this, that you guys are going to be significantly more mature at the time in which you meet this person. Now, what I will say, you guys, is if you've already been through a marriage, if you are already older, this is a good sign that you are on the right track. This doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be having another marriage and you're getting, you know, like it. I would say that if you have already experienced this and this is resonating with something that's already occurred for you, I would say that this is a good sign that you are on the correct path to meeting this person and that you are moving in a direction of finally having a partner that feels more long lasting. We do have the 8 of Cups here as well, group number 1. The 8 of Cups is representing walking away from something that was really important to us at the time, right? So I can think of many relationships where in the moment while I was with those individuals, in my mind, I was like, this is it. Like, this is the life I want to live. This is the person I want to go through life with. And the idea of not being with that person anymore was heartbreaking. It was heart-wrenching, right? But as I've grown, as I have developed, looking back on some of those relations, I'm like, universe, thank you so effing much for not allowing me to stay with that person, because my life would be not anywhere near where it is right now. So in the moment, things could be really crappy, you guys. In the moment, like, heartbreak is awful and like change can be difficult, but I want you to trust your future self enough to adjusting and improving, okay? We have the Seeker of Coins, and this is quite literally a level up. So what I just described, right? Like what I just described, in the moment, leveling up could feel like being destroyed, right? Looking back, hindsight is maybe the only thing that will give you that clarity of like, no, that was the right decision. Leaving that relationship was so good for me. Finding out she was cheating was like the best thing that's ever happened to me, because then I was able to go on this different path and find myself and grow and expand and then meet the actual love of my life, right? Okay. I feel like this reading particularly is for people who are more mature. If you are, again, on the younger side, this reading may be a difficult pill to swallow, or it may agitate you a little bit, and I completely understand that. Perhaps come back in a few years and listen to it again. Okay, that feels like a lot, but we will go ahead and take it. We have priorities. Even though your heart longs for me, realistically, you don't have time in your life for me right now. And for a lot of you who picked this pile, that may be the case. And again, going on a journey, growing, evolving, being in a place where you do genuinely feel more settled. I remember being like 19 years old thinking, I'm so ready to settle down and have babies and get married. And I wish I could go back and slap that girl and be like, what is wrong with you? Like, hello? Like, wake up. Again, if that's what you want and you're 19, I'm not judging you. Maybe that's really what would make you happy. But for me, that would have been catastrophic. Attraction. You're going to like what you see when you meet me because I'm exactly your type. Great. Love that for you guys. Group number 1. So first impressions of this person, physical attraction, right? That says it right there. You are physically attracted to this person. You are going to be very physically excited and aroused by this person. We have aware. I've worked hard to become the best version of myself. I am ready for a healthy relationship with my soulmate. Unfortunately, I do feel like oftentimes this comes only with age and life experience, right? So to me, that is confirmation that you guys are going to be a bit older when you meet this person. If you already are a bit older, when I say that, I mean like you're in your 30s, maybe you're in your 40s or 50s, like you're on the right track, babe. Like you are going to meet this person, I would say relatively soon, within the next few years. We can try to pull a timeline for that. We have distance. Though we are experiencing life in different locations right now, we are still so connected all the time. And then we have partner. With our combined skill sets, we are going to make an amazing team. And I think that's perhaps going to be the biggest difference between this person and the previous person that you were investing time and energy into, is that with this partner, with this marriage, you two look at each other as partners. You two look at each other as equals. How are they meeting? Okay, family, roots. You guys could be introduced to this person through family. This is family, home, background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation, habits, and shell. Okay, so meeting this person through family or through family friends. How are they meeting this person? Okay, new growth, guys. This is, oh, okay. The way that felt was very scary. New growth and discipline. Okay, we have the sickle, we have the lilies, and we have the whip. This is new growth. This is getting rid of the old, welcoming in the new, and becoming very disciplined. Again, I'm kind of just reading this as being in a place where you are older and where you have experienced a significant amount of life. Can I please get a message on how? Clock. Needing time, cycles, takes time to heal, progressing. One more from this pile. How are they meeting? Girl with a snake, charmed or used, enabled, and boundaries. Interesting. So snakes do represent transformation, change, shedding of our old life, right? Welcoming in our new skin, stepping into our new skin. I do think that is rather interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and pull from the bowl, guys, before I get your guys' first impressions of each other. Okay, we have a new start. So as I said from the beginning, you guys, you are in a place in your life where you are at this fresh start, this new page, going through a divorce, or ending a significant relationship, starting your life over in some way. We have nerdy. Automatically, that was giving me like, oh, we're meeting at like a bookshop. What is this? We have dark brown. I'm not going to, this is going to be the last physical attribute I'm going to read off just because we are needing to get to other decks. We have complex. We have Los Angeles. Some of you guys could be meeting this person quite literally in Los Angeles. We have an artist. So maybe you guys are meeting while you are also experiencing or enjoying some form of art. We have the 24th. We have witty. Reliable. 28 years of age. This is significant, you guys. It doesn't mean that you are going to be 28 or that they're going to be 28, but this is around the time, and I know you know what I'm about to say, of your Saturn return. Maturity, right? Maturity is stepping in. I do feel like this is representing you guys being in a place where you are a bit older. When you meet this person, you have experienced life. You are a little bit more mature. That's long. I said I'm not reading these. Okay, blah, 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 da, da, da. Risky. So some of you guys may be taking a significant risk at the time in which you meet them. We have a rebel. Again, perhaps taking a significant risk, breaking a rule. Yin and yang. Deep love. And growing, which is significant and has shown up. I did not realize that, guys. I'm so sorry. Growing, so sorry. Anyways, that's okay. There we go. Moving forward to your guys' first impression of each other. Actually, I think we should use this deck. Group number 1. What is group number 1's first impression of their future spouse? So, your first impression of your future spouse, I think a little bit of where you are at in your life is playing a role in how you are perceiving them, which makes me believe that you don't perceive them 100% correctly upon first meeting them, because we have the pathless here. This is difficult decisions and a lack of direction. So this makes me feel like you feel a bit lost at the time in which you meet this person, or you're lacking direction in your own life or with your own self, and that's playing a role in how you are perceiving them. Like you're not perceiving them 100% clearly based on where you are at. And then we have the poet. So you think this person's really well spoken. You feel comfortable around this person, I think, immediately. When I say comfortable, I don't think that you're gonna come out and be completely raw and vulnerable with them immediately, but I do think that you will feel a level of comfort or ease around them. First impressions for group number 1. We have Saturn here, and this is disciplined, structure, time, responsibility, test, ambition, difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self-control, tradition, realism, container, bones, maturity, gravity, and scaffolding. So with that, you see this person as very mature. You see this person as, I don't want to say an authority figure, but they may have a very dominating energy about them. They may be the type of person who demands or commands respect when they walk into a room. I love this energy, you guys. I go absolutely feral and nutty for men who possess the energy of Saturn. But it is intimidating and it is very cold. Okay, it's a cold, stoic, a little bit detached type of energy. So first impressions of you to them, and then I want to understand their first impressions of you. So group number 1's future spouse impression of them, their first okay. Oh, they think you're a little stubborn and inflexible, so perhaps you're being kind of a brat when you first meet them, or maybe you are being really headstrong when you first meet them. We also have communication and confidence, so they think you're really confident, and perhaps the way that you are communicating is attractive to them, or at least effective. I'm getting, what I'm taking from that is like you're not afraid to have your voice heard at the time in which you meet them. Like they are aware of your presence based on the fact that like you will not be ignored. Okay, yeah. I think this person finds you interesting, group 1. Like they're interested in what you have to say based on, I think, your confidence behind your words. So words, thoughts, analysis, information, learning, trade, ideas, smarts, reporting, awareness, vision, lens, palette, perception, curiosity, narrative, muse, and wonder. You guys have Mercury here. So your first impression of them is Saturnian, and their first impressions of you is very Mercury, meaning, right, they are interested in what you are saying. They are interested in the conversation that you guys are having, in the ideas that you're sharing. I think this person sees you as a very intelligent person upon your guys' first meeting. Your voice may be attractive to them. We do, again, have physical attraction here as well with the attraction card. So that isn't surprising to me, but I also feel like it makes sense that you guys are noticing things about each other that are not as like superficial, right? Like your first impression of them is the fact that they are, the way that they communicate is a way that you are attracted to, right? You like the way they talk, you like the way that they sound, and you like that they make you feel safe or comfortable. I also think that there is this energy of mystery around them that you are attracted to. And I feel like the connection or the first impressions of each other, it's again not based in frivolous, superficial, like, oh, he's tall and hot. Like, it feels more mature, which again makes sense to me at the time in which you guys are meeting. So that is what I have for you, group number 1. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. I do appreciate it. I'm sending you so much love. And that is all I've got. So bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your guys' reading. We are going to go ahead and roll our dice. We have Sagittarius and Aquarius. Hello, Saggy. Hello, Aquarius. We have Aries and Leo. Hello, Aries. Hello, Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising. We have Cancer. Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay. With that being said, you guys, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and start our shuffle. If you do want a personal reading, I have those in the description box, or at least a date will be set in my Etsy shop to let you know when the restock happens. Can we please get a message for group number 2 about how are they meeting? Okay. This is going to be a slow burn, you guys, okay? We have baby steps and sweet allure to start us off. So automatically, what am I taking from this? I'm taking that you guys meet this person, and at first the relationship seems very ordinary, or the connection, the friendship, whatever it is, the acquaintanceship, it seems very ordinary. There's nothing special about this person, or there's nothing special about your guys' connection. And I do believe as time goes on, as you get to know each other, as the interactions increase, as time goes on, the attraction grows deeper, the fondness for one another grows deeper or more significant. Baby step says, take your time and build your love slowly with care. This is relaxed, deliberate, and aware. I'm very much convinced that this is, again, going to be something that takes a long period of time. So the arenas in which you could meet this person, how is group 2 meeting this person? I think you are meeting this person as a friend. You are becoming friends with this person first, and then it develops into something romantic. That could start off as like, you guys work together, right? Perhaps this is a friend of one of your friends. It's also very possible that you two live in close quarters, or you live near each other. So there is interaction just on like a communal basis, okay? And then we have sweet allure. This is embrace the unknown and let love bloom on its own. Mystery, believe, let go. So I really believe that this is something that's so incredibly important, you guys. You cannot force love. You cannot force connection. And I think oftentimes people, especially people who are interested in like tarot, divination tools, right? There's this desire to meet your person. There's this desire to know all the answers. And that takes away from the wonder of life. That takes away from the mystery of how things are meant to unfold, right? So I'm not saying that you need to completely move throughout your life in the dark, but I do think it's okay to have a little bit of mystery. I do think it's okay to allow things to unfold naturally. And I, again, do think this connection is going to be a connection that starts off more organic and less intentional with like romance. Like I'm intentionally going out and signing up for a dating app to meet someone to date. It doesn't feel like that. It feels more natural. It feels more organic. Sure. With that being said, I am going to go ahead and get some tarot cards. I was like, where's my tarot deck? Ooh, okay, lovely. Can I please get a message for group number 2? How? Okay, so you are going out and socializing, you guys. Again, you're meeting this person very organically. The Sovereign of Wands is the Queen of Wands. This is somebody who is a social butterfly. This is somebody who is very magnetic and attractive. So this is just registering to me as like group number 2 is meeting their person organically out in the wild, out in nature, okay? Not literally out in nature, but like not online. The Five of Coins. The Five of Coins is important because this is talking about being very lonely at this time in your life. There could also be financial shifts happening in your life at the time in which you meet them. The Ruler of Coins does tell me that you guys have kind of settled internally. The Ruler of Coins is a very mature card. This is representing maturity. This is representing moving about your life with emotional grace. So, right, you're not neurotic and crazy and up and down with your emotions. You are more calm. You are more steady in your day-to-day. Oftentimes that is going to come about in people who are a little bit older. If you are a young, mature person, then that could also apply to you. I also feel like immature people are not aware that they're immature, right? Like there's like a lack of awareness, which is Seeker of Swords. So this is interesting to me because this is like somebody who's very inquisitive. So you're asking a lot of questions at this point in your life. This could again indicate you meeting this person in an environment where you are learning, where it is required or encouraged for you to ask questions. So obviously like a traditional setting where you are going and getting a formal education. I'm sorry, you guys. I do have to go take care of my dragon. Sorry about that, you guys. Can I have a message for group number 2? So this is finances. I'm not ready for you yet because I'm not financially stable enough to be a good partner to you. What I'm taking from finances, you guys, because again, this is how are you meeting? I do think that you are meeting them more so in an environment that would encourage you guys to not get close, or an environment that's not necessarily productive for romance, such as work, such as you are taking a class or you are learning something new, right? The objective isn't to romantically connect to this person. The objective is something else. It's to make money. It's to learn something. It's to bring about a new skill set, right? And then we quite literally have learning. The next time you take a class, I could be among your classmates. I'm always up for gaining knowledge and acquiring new skills. So again, I do feel like you guys are meeting in a more sterile environment, an environment that again is not necessarily productive or typically productive for producing romance, more so an environment where the focus is to produce money or to produce success or to produce, right, acquiring information and learning, which I think makes sense with why this is starting off in a more like baby step or slow manner. Can I please get a message for group? Interesting. So we have Sword and Rose, clarity and truth, revelation, honor and protection, determination. So I believe this is going to be the energy around your guys' meeting. Again, clarity and truth, revelations. I feel like this is more so like I'm coming to you and telling you that I have feelings for you. I'm coming to you after a period of time and expressing the fact that I do want to pursue something romantically. Determination feels like even though we're not supposed to do this, or even though this is going to be frowned upon, like I want to see what could happen between us. I want to see where this can go. And then we have the Golden Mirror. Okay, this is narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, and one-sided. So obviously we do have to get more information on that because like, what the heck? Can we please get some more information on, oh, okay. You know what, guys? I'm gonna go ahead and pull information, but what I think is happening with this card, right? Because I'm talking about baby steps. I'm talking about how this relationship, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. I'm talking about how this relationship is unfolding in a very organic way. Things are moving slowly. That is the opposite of like a narcissist love bomber. A narcissist love bomber wants it now. They want everything their way right now when they want it. They are not patient. They are not the type of person to go slow. They are not the type of person to take their time when it comes to pursuing things romantically. They are all in very quickly, and that is attractive, right? Like that is very romantic when somebody meets you and immediately they're just hooked onto you. But, and this isn't always the case, but oftentimes that does come along with somebody who has severe narcissistic tendencies. I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing anybody. I'm not saying that if you know someone who has love bombed you that they're a narcissist. I am simply saying that people who are narcissists do tend to have the energy of love bombing and wanting to rush things and not being patient. Your person, your future spouse, group number 2, is going to be patient. Your future spouse is going to want to take their time. And I think that's how you are going to be able to identify them, is the fact like, oh, they actually want to get to know me. They actually don't mind taking things slower, or they're interested in my thoughts and my ideas and my interests, right? Can I please get a message to confirm the golden mirror? The 9 of Cups in reverse. The 9 of Cups in reverse, it's like a wish, or it's something that I thought I wanted, right? It appears to be beautiful on the outside. It appears to be shiny and golden, but the reality is it's just not. So interesting. I do think you guys may struggle with this a bit. Some of you who have picked this pile are naturally attracted to people who have more narcissistic personalities. That's not to say that you are a narcissist. That is to say that you are attracted to individuals who have that energy or more narcissistic tendencies. Oftentimes empaths are very attracted to narcissists. And narcissists are very attracted to empaths as well. So we have the Thief, seizing the moment and selfishness. This is interesting to me, you guys, because your future spouse is the opposite of this selfishness. Your future spouse is the opposite of this narcissist. We have the Hound. This is loyalty, chains, and promises. And the Astronomer, discovery and augury. This is what will happen in the future, right? So interesting. I almost feel like upon meeting your future spouse, there could be this energy, or there could be this interest in this narcissistic person, or this person who has narcissistic tendencies. And perhaps your attention is going towards them for a period of time. And I think the way, again, that you'll be able to identify the narcissist versus your future spouse is willing to take their time. They're not in a rush. They're not trying to like speed race through the relationship. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I kind of just want to go ahead and jump into the bowl and see what we can get for how you guys are meeting. And then I will ask a few questions on first impressions. So how are they meeting? Oh, okay. Age 29. That could be indicating more maturity at the time in which you guys meet. We have Moscow. I'm not sure if anybody in Moscow can see me, but if you can see me, hello. Cutie. A natural physique. I'm gonna go ahead and skip through the physical attributes, you guys, because that's not what this reading is about. We have Belgium. 6'2", checking in. Soulmate. Mutual. So it could be mutual friends, like officially introducing you guys. But again, for the vast majority of you, I think this is like you're meeting them at work, or you're meeting them while you are learning something. We have intelligent. We have imaginative. Calling and texting. We have Paris. We have mature. New York. Fresh. And the 24th. Okay. So with that being said, let's quickly jump into their first impressions of you. Group number 2, their future spouse's first impression. of them, energy. So perhaps they think you are full of energy or you have high energy. A light inside my fire, divine energy, fill me and make me shine. Your passion is shining through when you meet this person. So again, to me, that indicates that like you're learning something or you're doing something with a project, something that you're very passionate about. It could also be work, guys, right? A lot of people are very passionate about what they do for work. So it's very possible that that is something that's highlighted for your future spouse when they meet you. Like, wow, like their energy is really strong. Their passion is significant. I can see how passionate they are about this. And then your first impression of them, their joy. So as I do will, so mote it be, let joy and light radiate from me. So this person appears to be a very happy person or a very positive person. I do take that as somebody who's just very pleasant in general to be around. So going back again to their first impression of you, one more card. Chiron, this is healing. So healing powers, growth, amends, release, personal development, inherited issues, self-doubt, generational trauma, shame, sensitivity, forgiveness, superpowers, divinity, cleansing, softness, and pain. So this person recognizes your pain pretty immediately. They recognize your softness, your sensitivity. There may be a bit of insecurity when you meet them, group number 1 or group number 2. That could be something that stands out to them as well. The fact that you may come off a little bit insecure. So Chiron, healing. Your first impressions of them. Cancer, the doula. So your first impressions of them is that they are somebody who is, again, perhaps very joyous, somebody who is comforting to be around. This is feeling, sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic. This person could remind you of somebody from your past. Protective, intuitive, birthing, tender, nocturnal, caring, moody, receptive, lunar, sentimental, introverted, defensive, and family oriented. Okay, so that is what I have for you guys, group number 2. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. Most likely you guys are meeting in an environment that, again, is a professional environment. The relationship starts off very slow. I do think for some of you that may be a little bit jarring or concerning because you're like, do they even like me? Are they even interested? Is it in my head? And I think the way that this person's going to show you that they're interested is by taking their time, really wanting to get to know you, really being intentional about building a friendship and building a relationship versus like this narcissistic person. They're going to throw everything at you at once very quickly and try to reel you in. And your future spouse feels a lot calmer than that. They feel more stable and consistent. So that is what I have for you guys, group number 2. Thank you so much. I love you. And that is all I got. So hello, group 3. Welcome to your guys' reading. We are going to go ahead and start off with our zodiac dice. If you're new here, the dice are extra. It's dessert. If your sign doesn't pop up, I pinky promise it's not that serious. I just like to use this as extra confirmation. So hello to everybody who's a Taurus, a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Pisces, and Virgo. Hello, Sun, Moon, Rising. One more for good luck. Leo. Hello, Leo. Love you the most. Okay. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and start into our shuffle. If you do want a personal reading, guys, I do have those in my description box. Usually my Etsy shop, I have been trying to put a date of when I will be restocking. I believe the month of October, it will be the 1st. So if you're interested, can I get a message for group number 3 on how? I want to know how they are meeting. Okay, so this is gonna sound so silly, you guys, and I'm sorry, but this is giving me like we're going on a wine tasting, okay? Maybe you are not literally going on a wine tasting, group number 3, but you are tasting the rainbow. You are trying out different flavors, different spices, different combinations of relationships. I feel like you are in an exploration phase in your life at the time in which you meet them, and I think that's how you're approaching your dating life as well. So Perhaps you're doing a little bit of online dating. Maybe you're doing a little bit of having your friends set you up. Maybe you're doing a little bit of matchmaking. Maybe you are meeting people out and about. To me, this feels like your love life is going to be extremely, I was gonna say wet, not wet, but like juicy. So testing the waters or still looking for the right one. Search another path. Okay. Some of you guys could quite literally meet them while you are like learning how to scuba dive or something to that effect. Maybe you are going on a vacation that involves being on the beach, a tropical vacation. Can I have... Keep pedaling. Okay, move ahead despite any obstacles that may arise. Venture, explore, and forge. Okay. Period. This says, mama, keep going. Okay, he is out there. It may not feel like it, but he's out there. Keep going. Move ahead despite the obstacles. So there's slim pickings, guys. There are slim frickin' pickings, okay? Move ahead despite that. I find it so incredibly difficult to believe that like I as a person am so unique and so different that there's nobody out there in the world that can quench my specific needs, desires, and wants, right? There's so many people in the world, guys. If we were right in the year 1200, then maybe I'd be like, okay, maybe there's nobody out there for you, you know? Or like the year 2, like maybe there's nobody out there for you. But I feel like now, especially with the limitations of that time era, right? Like a lack of mobility, a lack of being able to communicate with different people of different cultures and this and that, whatever. Many different factors that would shrink your dating pool. But now we have so many options, guys. Like there are so many people in the world, so many options. I know it can feel bleak at times, but this is quite literally telling you like they are out there. Keep pedaling ahead. And enjoy the journey, like, right? Enjoy the journey that you are on. Don't feel like you have to rush. We have distance, challenges that create space between you, long haul, out of touch. For a lot of you, this could be a long distance relationship, meaning you are traveling when you meet this person, you connect, and then, you know, you're at a distance. For others of you, this could indicate online dating, like I said. It's very possible maybe you guys could be changing your location on your dating profile so that you have a different pool of individuals that you are seeking, or they could be doing something like that. Let's go ahead and get some tarot. I'm going to leave it there. First one that caught my eye is the 5 of Wands. And the 5 of Wands, you guys, is quite literally a card that talks about being extremely aggressive. It also talks about competition and fighting for what you want, fighting for what you believe you deserve. So when I see a card like this show up, you guys, it does give me the vibe, the energy, the essence of online dating or dating many different people at a time. And I want to be clear, guys, when I say that, I'm using the word dating very loosely. There's a massive difference to me and to other people who think like me between dating and a relationship, right? Dating means I'm going to dinner with you, we are talking, we are communicating, we are getting to know each other on a verbal level, and that is it. And if I like you, maybe we'll go on another one and continue the verbal. It's going to take some time before we can expand upon that. But point in saying that is I think that you can go and have a meal and get to know people more than one at a time, right? So if you want to do more, then obviously do more. But I do think sometimes people take me explaining that or me saying that as like you're in a relationship with 5 different people at once and you're just swapping spit with everyone in your community. And it's like, no. Unless you want to, but like, that's not what I'm talking about. We have the 9 of Coins, guys, and the 9 of Coins is referencing essentially finding somebody of value. So don't settle. Like, that's what this card is saying. It's like, babe, your future spouse is luxurious. Your future spouse is somebody that you will look at and be like, they are worth waiting for. This person is someone that I value. This person is someone that, like, of course, I'm okay with waiting for this person because they are valuable. I was talking about this yesterday with one of my friends. One of my closest friends just got married, and we were talking about essentially other people wanting to have their hands in planning certain things for her. And I was just like, like, if they were happy in their own marriage, they wouldn't look at this as an opportunity for them to, like, live out their dreams. I think the person that you are with is the most important thing when it comes to marriage. It's not the wedding, it's not the dress, it's not the food, it's not the music. Nobody's gonna remember those things. Nobody cares about those things, right? Besides the bride and the groom. I think the things that stand out to people are the connections, right? And the people that you were around on that day and the conversations that you have. So I'm saying all this just to say that the person you guys are going to marry, you guys, is going to be somebody of high value. I hate saying that, but of value. And I feel like it's not going to matter the time or the journey it has taken to find them. The Three of Cups does indicate going out and celebrating, having fun with friends. So you guys could be meeting this person at a bar, at a nice dinner, at a lounge, okay? The Ten of Cups is complete and total emotional happiness, feeling extremely fulfilled on an emotional level. For some of you, you are going to be building a family with this person. And then we have the Sun. This is happiness and success. So again, for some of you, you could be meeting them on, like, a beach or something to that effect, but I'm getting a mixed bag of things, you guys, because you are approaching your dating life from the perspective of, like, I'm going to cast a wide net. So you are going to be online dating when you meet this person. You are going to be meeting people in real life. You are going to be telling your friends, like, hey, like, if you know anybody, let me know. There's going to be much of that, okay? There's a wide net that's being cast. So be open to all these different things, you guys. Don't be closed-minded on how you are supposed to meet this person, because I do feel like there is variety in your life when you meet them. And I also believe that's playing a role in how you go about meeting them. Can I have... Okay, this is just talking about physical appearance, you guys. I'm not going to go ahead and read all of that off, just because, again, it's talking about physical appearance. There is physical attraction upon first meeting. We also have Aquarius energy here, and this is experimental. And this is extremely important, guys, because, like I just said, you guys are going to be experimenting in your life, in your love life specifically, when you meet your future spouse. So please don't look at this reading and go, oh my God, I have to jump onto Tinder. Like, no, babe. You need to expand how you are going about dating. If you already have an online dating profile, great. I need you to go outside. I need you to go get a drink. I need you to go get cute, go get a drink with your friends and talk to people. Like, I need you to expand. I don't think that you are going to find your person through one particular method. I think finding this person is going to require you to be more open and more fluid with how you go about dating. So, experimental, rational, unique, liberal, electric, group-oriented, again, perhaps having your friends help you a little bit, humanitarian, free, radical, eccentric, diverse, futuristic, utopian, disruptive, edgy, and detached. Okay, beautiful, amazing. Let's go ahead and, can I please, we have addicted. I don't have room for you in my life right now. Because so much of my energy is focused on the wrong things. So this is essentially talking about having a very full life, having distractions in our life that make it difficult to find love or to find a partner. What I'm taking from that, you guys, again, is make sure that your life is set up in a way to where you have room to welcome somebody else into your life, right? We have culture. There are cultural norms and expectations that I need to overcome before we can really be happy together. So again, for some of you who are watching this, your person's going to come from a different cultural background than yourself, okay? That could mean that they're coming from a different country. It could not. Unexpected. Open your mind to be receptive to me. I'm not at all what you're expecting. So again, guys, I really think, because this reading is about how are we meeting? You guys are meeting this person through having an open door. You guys are meeting this person through being fluid and being open-minded with how you are dating. And that doesn't mean that you're settling. Because again, your spouse is somebody who you are going to look at as like, oh my God, this person's so freaking valuable. This person is incredible. This person's amazing. This person's everything I asked for. But like, I think it's important that you don't go about finding them in a rigid manner. I think that's what this is really trying to say. Like, be open, girly. Don't be closed-minded about how you find them. Okay. How are they meeting? Okay. The witch. This is experimentation and rebellion. Get creative, okay? That's my last piece of advice for you guys, group number 3. Get creative, okay? Muse, generosity, and naivety. Great. So naivety, I think, is talking about going into each situation with like fresh eyes. I don't think it's ever wise to be naive, right? So try to be smart, try to be forward thinking when it comes to the individuals that you're dating. Perhaps don't indulge yourself in alcohol when you are going on these dates. Try to maintain a sober perspective. That's that. I'm going to go ahead and pull from the bowl, see if I can get a how, and then we will quickly cover your guys' first impressions of each other. How are they meeting? Okay. I'm not going to read physical appearances, you guys, unless I think it indicates something about how you guys are meeting. So we do have strong legs. For some of you, you could be meeting them at the gym. We have a polished appearance. This could be a event where you have to get dressed up. We have 33 years of age, okay? Da, 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 blah, blah, blah. We have 2027. We have Australia. Hello to everybody in Australia. I love you guys so much. We have big eyes. You're meeting them at the optometrist. I'm just kidding. Da, da, da. Oh, we also have 2029. So 2027 to 2029. A dream come true. We have London. I was just over in the UK. The UK is so beautiful. We have a carefree, which that is ultimately, you guys, like how you're meeting this person. You're meeting this person by experimenting. You're meeting this person by expanding, by experimenting and doing different things, right? Being open-minded. Trying different methods of dating is playing a massive, massive role in how you meet them. Because I think that we have H as well, okay? I think that, where is this? Okay. Unexpected, right? This person is nothing like what you're expecting, and I think that's actually a good thing. I think they are better than what you're expecting. But in order to find somebody who is outside of your zone, you have to open yourself up. You cannot be rigid with how you find this person, okay? I'm gonna go ahead now and jump into first impressions. Okay, let me get organized here. Can I please get a message for group? Okay, so this is just a lack of anxiety. This is peaceful sleep. Now I'm going to properly ask the question, can I get group number 3's future spouse's first impression of them? Oh, so they think you're successful. I see that it's success. I'm going to try to get this without jiggling anything. Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor and integrity. So this person does think that you are successful. This person thinks that you hold integrity in who it is that you are. Your first impressions of them. But they have magical powers. So I weave and clear, I cast and know, magic secrets to me now show. So there's something about this person that perhaps comes off very magical, perhaps a little mystical as well, because we do have that Phoenix here. This is really interesting to me. There's something about this person that when you meet them, you automatically feel transformed by meeting them. You feel changed by meeting this person. Okay. Can I please get their future spouse's first impression of them? They do find you attractive, group number 3. This is harmonious, cooperative, balanced, socially aware. So they think you're balanced. They think you have good social skills. Artistic, people-pleasing, fair, idealistic, aesthetic, choosy, aspirational, geometric, graceful, considerate, obliging, indecisive, judgment, and flattering. So all in all, I think Libra energy is very digestible, especially upon first meeting. I feel like I'm saying that in a way that doesn't sound nice. My youngest sister is a Libra. I love Libras. However, this is especially great when we're talking about first impressions, right? This is especially great when we're talking about meeting somebody and not really knowing them. This comes off as somebody who's sweet, somebody who is, again, balanced and fair, somebody who's attractive. So that's great. Love that for you guys. I think that they have a positive first impression of you. Again, mainly just the fact that you are physically attractive and that they see you as successful. They see you as somebody who is good at socializing. They see you as somebody who is perhaps aesthetically what they are looking for. Like on paper, you seem good to them first impression. Now, the way you see them, first impression. So you think they have money. So we do have the second house of assets. Material world, possessions, finance, talent, values, solidity, worthiness, wardrobe, luxuries, credit score, security, and aesthetics. So aesthetically, I think you guys are both on the same page with each other. Like you both like the way that you both are moving. Like you like their aesthetic, they like your aesthetic. I do believe very strongly that you guys look at this person and you believe that they have money. I don't know if it's the watch that they're wearing, the suit that they're wearing, the dress that they're wearing, but it's something that they have on their person. Maybe it's even their car that makes you believe that they have a fat bank account. We have Neptune here. This is dreams, imagination, memories, subconscious, self-sacrifice, ideals, universal love, visions, meditation, spirituality, compassion, empathy, fantasies, escapism, the ether, enchantment, confusion, veils, and magic. So Neptune is very dreamy. This does oftentimes bring about illusions. What I will say about Neptune, when we're talking about first impressions, Neptune has a tendency to cause us to project our own ideal image onto people. I believe it's Marilyn Monroe who has Neptune in her first house. And I believe that that is one of the biggest reasons as to why she is so widely accepted as like the ideal beauty standard. I love Marilyn Monroe. I'm not saying that as like shade, but I believe that Neptune being in her first house is extraordinarily helpful for her in attracting a wide variety of people and being digestible for a wide variety of people, not because people are seeing her for her, but because people are essentially projecting what they idealize onto her. And I think that you're doing that a little bit with your future spouse, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think a lot of us tend to do that when we meet somebody for the first time and we're attracted to them, or we meet somebody for the first time and we want to get to know them, or we like them, right? Many of us have a tendency to project what we believe an ideal person is onto that person and assign them that personality or those traits. So I hope that made sense. Thank you very much, group number 3, for allowing me to read for you today. I do appreciate it. I'm sending you guys bunches and bunches of love, and that's all I got. So